Hey guys. So it is like 6 a.m. on the 31st, July 31st, 6:20 on July 31st. I'm doing laundry. I am doing our last minute packing. My house is a wreck. That's my kitchen. That's my living room. So we were supposed to load the truck last night. We got the truck yesterday, Thursday. And we were supposed to load it last night, but a couple of things came up and we had some errands to run and we ended up running out of time. So we got the majority of like our shed packed into the U-Haul truck, and now we have the rest of the house, which is basically all packed. I'm just trying to get the last little bit of kitchen stuff that we use like every single day. But we still have a crap ton of cleaning to do today too. That's my washer. So as soon as we get all of this crap out of the house, we have to clean the entire house before we leave. And today we're leaving this house to go to the halfway mark so we can get my dad's stuff. And then the next day, Saturday, August 1st, is when we move in. This video is just gonna be a vloggy type, time-lapsey video of us moving, and then I'm going to zoom in and focus on the plants once it comes to that time. They are going last in the truck, our pickup truck, so not in the U-Haul. A couple of my taller plants may go in the Penske, but that's depending on where exactly they will end up. So okay, I know the lighting on this is kind of funky. It's dark outside, plus my lights are random, so I apologize for that, but whatever, it's more authentic. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a minute. Hey guys, so right now I am just trying to get boxes onto the porch so that we can load them into the truck, and they shut our power off early, so we are going to have to get them to turn that on. But in the meantime, while I don't have any power, I'm out here just trying to taller plants in here, and then I have some that are like more tall that are gonna go in a bin also, and they'll just stick out of the top a little bit. So I guess I'm just gonna do, actually I have these bins like kind of done, so I will just like take a picture of them, and yeah, okay, so I'll update you guys in a bit. Hot, sweaty, disgusting mess, but I am done cleaning my house and I am saying goodbye to it. So goodbye laundry room, goodbye kitchen, goodbye living room. Good times in there. This has been my bedroom and Madison's bedroom. There's our bathroom, and in here is the kids' bedroom. This was Maddie's bedroom, shared with Maximilian. It was our bedroom before Maximilian was born. And we're done here. We're done. We're moving. I'm gonna show you guys what the plants look like. The plants in the back of the truck. Earlier I showed you the bins. So that's what it looks like. This one will get a lid. That one has a lid. Again, outside plants, which I'm less worried about. So if they get a little damage in the wind, that's okay. Sorry about the noise. It's okay. And then these are gonna go in a crate, I think, with my elephant ear over there, in the back of the truck with the tarp over it so that the wind doesn't get to it. And yeah, so I'll update when we get to the halfway mark. Look at this freaking storm that is happening right now. This is like, why do we have to move during this nonsense? Like what? We're in the car now. We're in the car. We are stopping at Ingles to get some food. because we have worked like forever. We were up at, well, Drew was up at like 5:30. I got up at like 6 and started immediately. Maxie woke up at like, what'd you wake up at, 7? Okay, and we have Pepper in the car. And we also have Time, the kitty cat. She's not happy at all. And you can see in the back window, I have plants back there that are not covered, but they're like right next to the back window. So they hopefully won't get much of the wind. Plus they're like my outside plants anyways, and I'm not like super duper, like I can just get another one if it gets damaged, or I'll just cut it back and grow it back. And I'm not like, the ones that I am concerned about are all in the bins like I showed you, and then we put some of my taller plants, like I put my ferns and my alocasia poly, or not poly, stingray, and what else? My purple hearts and a couple of other things in my begonias in the dog's crate, and closed it and then wrapped it up with a tarp. You can see it, and then it's strapped in. And all my plants are like snugly placed except for one bin, but that I'm kind of worried about. But it's okay. I'm exhausted and I have a 3-hour drive ahead of me. Max is pooped and he's so dirty. Are you a dirty boy? You've been playing all day long and you're so tired. Yes, but that's okay. We're all so tired. I just cleaned the entire house, y'all. Like, I helped move everything, all of the furniture, which is not unusual. I've helped Drew move people across the country before, and you know, whatever. We've moved a lot of people, and have moved a lot ourselves. And but this is like the house that we've lived the longest. We've lived in this house for 3 years, and we just built our family there. We're gonna miss this house, kind of. It was kind of a shitty house, but you know, it taught us a lot of lessons. What is it? Are you getting fussy? Okay. Alright, well, I will see you guys when I get to my mother-in-law's house. Yep. I will check in there. Hi guys. Okay, so we are here at my mother-in-law's house, and it is Saturday morning. And we didn't get here until like midnight, but I wanted to like show you guys the truck and what it looks like and how everything did, and I think everything did really well actually. So let's turn this camera around so we can see. My hibiscus actually bloomed. So yesterday I was watching it on the way. It was like so stormy and dark and windy, and I was watching my hibiscus like slowly unfurl, and look how pretty it is. But everything else right here is fine. Like, I don't, like, this leaf is broken, this leaf is broken, but that's okay because it's like damaged by pests anyways. My tarp didn't move at all. Okay, I have these plants, like my elephant ear and my ferns, and there's my lavender. My alocasia stingray is wrapped in this paper. But all of these are perfectly fine. They're not even wet from the rain. And I'm telling you, it was freaking downpour, crazy rain. My butterfly bush I cut way back, so I wasn't worried about it being damaged, but it doesn't even look like it lost any leaves at all. And we were on the highway for a good 3 hours. And so yeah, so this is good. So we have like 3 hours to go to Raleigh, and we're about to leave now, and then I will show you guys the new house. All right, we have officially arrived at the new house. There it is. We are waiting on Drew. I don't know how far behind. He's only a couple minutes, I think, behind me. It's 11:39 on Saturday, and we finally have made it to the new house. And I think my hibiscus flower has survived. It looks a little bit rough, but that's okay. There are more buds on it that have not bloomed, so that one will probably just get cut off. But I'm ready to get the rest of my plants out. It is 90 degrees right now. Thankfully though, our yard has like trees, so I'm parked in the shade right now. But I'm ready to get my plants out of this truck and in to the air so they can breathe. So I will just continue to update and vlog, and my family's gonna be here helping us, so yeah, this is gonna be a good day. Okay, yo, hey, I am unloading plants, so I wanted to show you how everything made it. Okay. In the dog crate I had like all of these ferns, and then what I showed you earlier that you could see, and then you can see I have bins there. So I'm just gonna take these plants out and get them inside. Hey guys, so it is, what day is it? Sunday, and I have the house to myself right now. Max is asleep, and the family went on a walk to explore the new neighborhood, and I am just trying to get things together. I am tired and I am itchy all over for some reason. I just like had a bad case of poison ivy, but that's like not what's itching. I don't know, my skin all over is just itchy. But anyways, TMI. So I'm just going to show you guys what the plants look like. They're still in their bins. Most of them are still in their bins, and so I'm going to show you what they look like and how they arrived here, and then I'm gonna try to get them out of their bins and set up in a general way so they can get some adequate light. Okay, so I know I showed you guys the bins before. My Monstera literally is looking perfect. I have a brand new leaf on it, and it got one little burn mark right here, but all my other leaves look great. These I have not really looked at fully, so let's take a look at what we have. I'm gonna set you up in the window, and then we'll look at them together. So I kind of think I'm gonna set them up in this window because this is the most sun I have in my new plant room. And so even though plants are going to be literally everywhere, so whatever. But Christmas cactus, I repotted this before we came, and it looks pretty good. I also have this new shelf my mother-in-law gave me, and so I'm gonna put plants on there. And I'm sorry if there's background noise or if the lighting ever is crappy, but I'm learning my new space. So, and like I said, I'm real tired. I'm real tired, you guys. This was a hell of a move. So, but you look good. No sun damage. Doesn't look like it overheated. It definitely needs water, so I'm gonna have to water everything once everybody's out of the bins. This pothos, or heartleaf philodendron, I think actually is what it's really called, has some damaged leaves. I'm just gonna pluck these off like that. Pluck, pluck, pluck. Any damaged leaves I see, I'm just gonna pluck off, throw in the bin. And this snake plant cutting did pretty good. It definitely needs water. My orchid, one of them, this one looks just fine. Again, all of my plants need to be watered. Your cactus has a damaged leaf up here, and that looks like about it. Spider plants look good. Orchid definitely got some sun damage on this leaf, so I will probably pluck it off, but everything else looks good. Begonia Rex looks good. Maybe that leaf. It looks pretty good. This leaf has a little hole in it, which I'm not sure where it came from. I think maybe a bug, but, and nothing seems to have pests. My hens and chicks, these are gonna go outside just because they are hardy, they will last, and they need that sun. So these are just gonna go outside. Alocasia polys are, this one's like literally growing already, or finally, not already because it's taking forever. It looks like it might put out a leaf, so maybe these will grow at some point. I'm gonna stick them in right directly in this window. Epiphyllum. I'm not exactly sure what variety this is, but it looks good too. This guy is gonna go in my, I have like a glass table right here, so all my succulent type plants are gonna go in there. Hoya compacta. Looks good. It's actually got some new growth on it. And yeah. These guys I cut down and repotted before we moved, and they look good. So they're gonna go in this window too because it has no sun. My caladium I'm gonna move over to my glass shelf over here for now. Golem, jade golem, and other jade variety, which I'm not sure of the variety, are gonna go both in my succulent table. So there's one bin down. My beefsteak begonia got some damage. It was in the dog crate, the hanging. Both my begonias were in, or my beefsteak begonias were in the dog crate with my other, and this one was like hanging in the dog crate, and a couple of leaves got damaged, and but that's no big deal. These grow stupid fast, so I'm not worried about this guy at all. And I'm just gonna hang him right here on this. I have a curtain right here. My Alocasia Stingray did so good. I wrapped it in paper. I know you guys saw it. It was also in the dog crate, and I wrapped it in paper, and it has a new leaf unfurling coming. Yay! So this leaf is probably gonna die off, and this leaf is gonna come in. And I have it in this window, but let me show you something else. So I just got this like not even a month ago and put it in this pot, which is not, wasn't much bigger than the pot it came in, but it was definitely bigger than the pot it came in, and it already has roots coming out of the bottom. Look at those roots. Oh my gosh. So that's so exciting. And I just have this guy in this cute little basket. Like, oh my gosh. I love this plant. Okay, so let me get the next bin. My peace lily, I had to cut it back some, so I cut a bunch of the older flowers off so that it would fit properly in my bin. So I'm gonna, but it did good. No leaf damage on the way, and it didn't even have a lid or anything on it, so. My turmeric has a little bit of sun damage, but nothing crazy. Again, everything needs to be watered. My pothos, or my, what is this, neon philodendron, or is it neon pothos? I can never, ever remember the difference or the names, but neon nonetheless. Got a little bit of sun damage. Again, I'm just gonna pluck them right off and put them in their new home. This guy actually looks bigger. My flapjack looks bigger than we left, and these guys lost a bunch of leaves, like they're just falling off. But it's fine. I'm not even worried. And honestly, they look like everything grew some in the on the trip, which is so crazy. So they were in their bins in the truck for 2 days. Well, they got in the truck around 6 p.m. on Friday, and then they got out of the truck around 11 on Saturday. So not too long, I guess. My Mother of Millions looks great. There are babies literally everywhere on this plant, and they're just popping off everywhere. So I'm probably gonna have mother of millions in so many of my pots. They're just gonna pop up everywhere. Let me see, what is this? Is that damage or is that dust? I think it's just dust. See, look, another baby just popped right off. Little tiny. I'm just gonna throw it in there. Yeah, succulent table, and I'll show you the succulent table when I'm done. Jade looks great. No damage, no missing leaves, no sun damage. One of my favorite plants, literally, of all time. Now, this plant was looking rough when we left. I just kind of neglected it a little too much, and I think it got too much water and then it got too much sun, like back to back. So it's kind of leggy, and I think maybe it needs a different pot. What is this? Calicoan? I'm not sure how to pronounce this plant. Its name, but it's cute. And my other aloe. And it looks perfect. It got a good bit of water before we left, so I think like there's a little too much water in it. It rained, so I didn't water any of these plants right before we left because it was like a monsoon. Like I showed you guys all those rain clouds. So it was raining on us as we were packing everything like into the truck. It was like sprinkling the night before we actually moved, and the morning of we were packing the truck up. And so I didn't water any of these plants right before we left. I think last time I watered all the plants was like 4 days ago, maybe 5 days ago. And so some of them have wetter soil, but some of them weren't close enough to the rain. So this one was right on the edge of my porch where the sun hits the most, and so I think a couple of its leaves maybe are falling off, but I ain't worried about it. That's what happens when you have plants. The leaves fall off sometimes. Okay, that's it for that bin. And I'm just gonna start like a little propagation tray type thing. I'm just gonna throw these in a tray with some dirt and make some more babies. This is the guy I was most concerned about, my epiphyllum orchid cactus, and I don't believe it got any damage. This leaf got a little bit of sun damage here. My spider friend that was making a home, I think, evacuated, and it definitely needs, well, it's pretty watered, so I need to find a place to hang it. Okay, so I just put that right there, hanging on that, but I'm gonna have to find a new place for that, like as soon as possible. I need to there's a hanging or a hook in the living room over there in front of the window, but the wooden ring that my macrame hanger is made with is too big for it, so I gotta get an S hook. Okay, next. This guy doesn't want to stay in its pot in general because I had to cut so many roots off of it. It was so damaged when I got it from Lowe's. Let me fix this spike. I'm just gonna take my orchids straight to the sink and soak them for a bit. So be right back. You guys, this orchid got damaged. Got sun damage on this leaf. I don't know if you can see that. And on this one. So that's disappointing, but it will survive. And this happened before we even moved. I noticed that it was getting too much sun when it was in the bin waiting to be packed up into the truck. So I'm gonna get it some good water and let it rest. Okay, my aloe vera got a little damaged. This one I was concerned about because it's so long. So this got bent and this guy got bent, but that's like the majority of it. And it had already been damaged before, See, that got broken, but you know, these are really resilient. And it did get a little too much water from the rain being in the bin. It was too close to the rain. This aloe is a lot more finicky than this aloe. I water this aloe a lot more than this one. So I know they're not the same variety of aloe. That is obviously a thing, but I love this one. So I gotta find a good place for this one, but it's gonna go on my succulent table for it. My ZZ plant is just fine. Oh, oh my God. Look. Oh, I just put dirt everywhere. Oh my God, but look, can you see that? That is a new growth. I have been waiting for this to grow since I got this on Mother's Day, and I put it in this pot. So these three have big fat, I don't know what they're called. They're root systems. I don't know what the big balls are. If you know what those are called on the ZZ plant, I can just Google it, but you guys let me know what that thing is called. It's like, it holds the water for them. That's why they don't need so much water, right? But there's roots, and then there's the ball thing, like it's almost like a bulb. So I'm not sure if it's a bulb, but whatever. Anyways, but I put it in this pot knowing that it was going to be a bit, you know, tight in there. So I was hoping it would start growing, and it finally is. Oh, yes. Snake plant has not put any new leaves out, which I really am waiting for, but the roots on the bottom are starting to fill this pot up. So I'm thinking once it gets a little more root bound, it'll start sticking some leaves out. So you're staying in this pot until some new leaves come, but it did well. Last couple things are just my propagation boxes. So this one has my jade cutting in it that got one leaf in my jade cutting got sun damaged before we moved. Because Drew was working on a kitchen island that he was building for a client, and he had to have the front porch for it because of the rain. It was just crazy. So I had to move a bunch of my plants from the front porch to the side deck, which got a lot more direct morning and afternoon sun. It was a east facing, and there were no trees on that side. So the sun stayed on that side of the house a lot longer than it would on the other side where this was getting used to. But I just cut the damaged leaf off and then stuck it back in here, and this looks totally fine. Let's look at the roots. Yeah, roots look fine. There's even, you can't see, there's even some new baby roots. You can't see this garbage, but totally fine. So I'm just gonna stick this right in this window too, so it can get enough light. And then this propagation box is the same deal. I moved it to the side of the house and put a bunch of Brazil in here, and totally forgot about it. Put on the side of the house, and they all died because they got way too much sun. So when I cut back that little fuzzy succulent, I just popped a bunch of the leaves in here, and you can see they were just shaking around in here, and they're just all on top of each other. But none of them have rooted. They literally have only been in here for like 3 days. So I'm just gonna put them back in a spot where they can grow, and yeah, maybe they will. Maybe they won't. I don't know. This is really just an experiment that I'm just hanging out with, but this is gonna go in my succulent table. Okay, that is everything besides the plants that I have outside, which I am gonna bring some in. I have a bathroom that has a skylight, so I'm gonna put my ferns in there, and I'm gonna go ahead and just bring all my plants in because it is ridiculously hot here. Like, comparatively from Asheville to here is like 15 degrees difference because of the humidity. Like, it's nuts. So I was outside this morning for 3 minutes. I went outside this morning at like 9 a.m. for 3 minutes and was already sweating. So it's just something we are going to have to get used to, and my plants are going to have to get used to. So I'm just going to go ahead and bring them in so they can acclimate to the house, and that way I don't have to worry about that for like winter time. Hey guys, so I think this is gonna be the last update on my moving vlog because I wanted to show you guys the front porch and the plants that I have outside. I know I showed you guys my hibiscus in my plant tour, and I wasn't sure if it was ever gonna bloom, and now it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 blooms, buds on it. One of which bloomed on our way from Asheville to Charlotte, like in the night, in the wind. There was literally like hurricane winds happening, and it opened up on the way there, and then on the way here from Charlotte, that flower got totally destroyed by the sun and the wind. So I'm gonna turn this around and show you guys what I have up here and what the plans are for them and what they look like. Front porch, we have my butterfly bush that's here. That was a son of a bitch to move. Thank you, my husband Drew. And then we have our welcome bear, and this is the hibiscus. Now I cut back a bunch of the stalks that didn't have any flowers on them. I just didn't want any wasted energy happening. I wanted all the energy to go to the flowers. This is the flower I was talking about. I'm gonna just deadhead this. I'm just gonna pluck it right off. And then this one will be next, and then probably these two. And then they have all of these blooms here. So this is about to be really pretty. This flower was gorgeous yesterday morning, but like I said, it just got totally destroyed on the ride. And then, sorry I'm sniffling, but my nose is running for some reason. I have my rosemary, my purple hearts, which will end up going inside. My beefsteak, my bigger beefsteak begonia, which, let's see, I don't think got any damage except for maybe a couple of leaves. Like there. But I pretty much got all of the damaged leaves off prior to us moving. This one has some bug damage, but I think that this did well. It didn't get any sun damage. All of these were in the dog crate. My lavender, this guy, my purple hearts, all my ferns were in the dog crate. They did fine. My golden pothos did great, and my elephant ear even fit in the dog crate. So it did fine, and I just kind of like bent over the leaves a little bit and just stuck them in the dog crate. It worked great. My ferns are just so, this guy has gotten so big. Like the fern, when we originally bought it, was smaller than that one is now. I split it into 3. And now they're all just doing really great. I just watered everything that's out here. And my ferns will go inside. My ferns will go inside. They will find a bathroom to live in somewhere. Probably in the downstairs bathroom somewhere. My lavender will stay outside over winter. And yeah, that's like literally all of the plants. My pothos, golden pothos is going to go inside. Rosemary, hibiscus, butterfly bush will all stay outside over winter. Everything else is going in. So, there we go. I think this is the last update, but maybe not. So, yeah, we'll see. That is all for my moving vlog. I have pretty much got completely moved in. My plant room is a disaster because it has all of our empty moving boxes in it. But we're waiting for the recycle to come on Tuesday. Today is Friday, the 7th. So we've been here almost a week. And I just need to close this video so I can finish editing it and get it uploaded. So please comment, like, and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate that and love hanging out with you guys. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.